Now, we looked at spiritual health, we looked at physical health, we looked at emotional health, mental health. Now, we looked at financial health. But there's another important aspect of health which is like a taboo in Indian society at least, and which needs to be looked at with the right perspective, with precision again. So, our next speaker is someone who's going to be talking about sexual satisfaction techniques in light of yoga, of course, himself being an ardent yogi. But it's important to now approach the upcoming two sessions with utmost attention. Again, I'd reiterate, we have a lot of prizes in the form of books for you. The competition details are being posted on the chat box again and again. Make use of that and ensure the next two speakers, whether it be Yogi ji or whether it be Dr. Rishi sir, ensure you pay absolute attention, just like you paid for all the previous five speakers. Not that one is important over the other, but the right context needs to be absorbed. So, with this being said, with the reminder of both the competitions being given, let me introduce you to our next speaker, Yogi Vinod Kumarji, who has decades of experience in meditation and healing therapies. He facilitates individual sessions, experiential retreats, and workshops in Kunur and also around the globe. Through his decades of teaching, he has always strived to combine yogic practice with the elements of nature to bring harmony and bliss in everyday living. He has been practicing and teaching the authentic art of yoga across the globe for a few decades now. This gives him an opportunity to work with people of different countries and various backgrounds. On and off the mat, he provides a space for people of all ages, all languages, all cultures, where all bodies are welcome and the common spirit being celebrated. So, with this being said, I hand it over to Yogi Vinod Kumarji. Sir, it's all up to you.
Very, very thanks, Dr. Pradyumn, for this opportunity. I extend my hearty greetings from Nilgiris, the Kailash Mansarovar of South India, to all our friends connected today for this communion for uplifting our lives in all their dimensions. Before we begin further, I will request please take a deep breath. Om, Amen, or Amin, whatever you like. Join with me 3 times. Of course, you have a right to remain silent. Take a deep breath. Inhale. Try to take a deep abdominal breath. Hold your breath and rub your palms vigorously. Make them very, very warm. By rubbing, we are releasing potency of Panchbhutas, 5 elements, and transfer this soothing energy on your face, where we have endings of all the vital organs of our body, all functions. Harmonizing, healing, balancing Mahaprana behind Panchbhutas in all our vital organs, all our functions. As we continue together, as you are paying attention to what I am sharing, kindly be mentally step back and be attentive and be attentive to where your breath is going. You can little bit recline back. Is your breath stopping mid chest? Is it going up to your navel? Is it really going to your sacral area, below belly button, to your pelvic area, and to perineum where backbone ends? Now, consciously try to supply this life energy to the centers where our life energy, synergistic energy exchange, sex, physical manifestation of love, outpouring, sharing of overflowing heart, space, merging of all the dimensions of our being. The times we are living in, these five elements of which our gross body is made of, plus life energy, you call it Paramatma, you call it Prana, you call it Atma, and mind, memories, impressions. Without breath, there is nothing. Breath is the link between body and the rest of us. However, we take it for granted. So if I ask you how many breaths per minute you are taking, most of you don't know. So now let us, as we are continuing this intercourse, mental intercourse together, let us be mindful, paying 5%, 10% attention to our breath. This awareness of synergistic energy exchange happening all the time, not only in bedroom, outside, in marketplace, in office, in family, in daily life. It's an interaction between five elements. If we inculcate yogic awareness in our day-to-day life, then we won't be frustrated in bedroom and we won't be depressed. We won't be under stress in our office, in our workplace. Our nerves will be calm. We will love more. We will be more relaxed. And we will enjoy fulfillment, satisfaction in every sphere of our life. There is an old saying that how a person sips his coffee, you can tell how he makes love in the bedroom. So in that context, if you see, go to a coffee house, if you go how people eat food, how they approach their food, it's shocking. Nobody has nobody has seems to have patience. There is no awareness of breath. There is no enjoying of coffee or food in the mouth. It's all just stuffing in. So the same thing is missing. No patience for foreplay, no patience for warming the kettle before pouring in the tea. Mm. So in olden days, at least this should, these three words, love, sex, and tantra. Mm. And if you go on YouTube, if you look for the information, it is mind boggling. So it should interest us. Let us have full focus here now Now, what is happening? One of the most important thing of today's talk could be why there is so much erectile dysfunction, why there is so much issues of lack of duration when the woman is multi-orgasmic and man has limitations, why there are so many frustrations and not being able to flower our physicality with the awakening of energies in our body. One of the most important things, because of the overwhelmed onslaught of information, because of pollution, because of artificial food, artificial lifestyle, and disconnect with nature. What is happening is the breath is not going down. There is blocking only at the solar plexus level, our genitals, our foundation root chakra, the earth element is starving for energy. So consciously, one of the most important message of today's talk, my communion with you is that please focus attention to your breath, make it deep, relaxed, abdominal, and push it further down, down to genitals. All this can be summed up in the old blessing given by elders, Viryavan Bhava. This was the blessing given to youngsters, Viryavan Bhava. Become holder of Virya, the sexual vital essence, and not only you can't hold it because it will come out in wet dreams, it will come out through masturbation, compulsive masturbation, it will come out by watching porn. You have to refine it, you have to process it, and you have to convert it to something called ojas, which is the essence of our longevity, of our immunity, as per Ayurveda, which gives us strong will to and focus to attain what we set forth in our life, which gives us clarity, which gives us energy and focus to go deeper in meditation. Sex is not food. There is exchange of vital energies. There is exchange of organisms. And not only that, there is exchange of karma. That is why we observe that a couple who are sincere to each other, who are faithful to each other over time, start exhibiting each other's qualities, characters, and personalities because of this exchange of energies. This in this in this conservation, in this commitment lies the possibility of rising from animal qualities in which most of the world is engrossed: food, shelter, sex, fashion, relationship issues, and accumulating wealth. Rising from these animal qualities to unconditional divine love, the happiness in serving others selflessly, expanding our heart space, taking care of our plants in the garden, pets, our old parents, talking to some old forgotten friend who may not be so privileged like us, extending our abundance to him or her. All this give us an opportunity of expanding our heart space and enjoy healthy sexuality. We belong to the tradition where the power of healthy sexuality was acknowledged, encouraged, and imbibed in our day to day rituals and cultures. We gave the word Kama Sutra, scriptures on Tantra. Today, we are also on top in downloading porn. We are also on top in sexual issues and divorce issues. And it's a matter of national health crisis currently. So, in this context, it is relevant to revisit our old tradition. And it was very simple. The roadmap was outlined. We first manage energy, our energy exchange in the external world by practicing some values called yama of non-violence, truth, conservation and sublimation of sexual energy called brahmacharya, focus. In other words, whatever we do, we don't compromise with our commitment to our source. So, managing energies, conserving energies during our interactions with the external world was the observance of these values like lack of jealousy, non stealing, non hoarding, not being greedy, renouncing lust, anger, greed, and then managing energies within ourselves. So much emotions, so much thoughts, how to manage them within us. The storm, the earthquake, the cyclones are happening inside us. There may be volcano waiting to burst in many hearts and minds. So we have five niyamas. We have five niyamas to manage our energy in this inner life. And we observe purity, not only of body, of our mind, take care of having, entertaining our thoughts predominantly positive. We experience contentment in whatever we have. We feel happy. So this talk of debit card culture, EMI culture is because the market force, it generates this contentment. You need to get the next brand, the next model of car, and so on. So being content in what we have, self-disciplining ourselves. So like in olden days, if somebody loved sweet, he will leave sweet for 3 months. Tapas. And ultimately surrendering of our ego mind to something higher, Ishwar Pranidhan, remembering that there is something higher within me, the higher self or Atma or whatever you like to call, which is constantly a witness, a companion. Then we perfect our this total energy exchange in external and inner world with another partner, totally in a relationship, in a committed relationship. And that was a possibility of employing asanas, pranayams, pratyahar, dharana, dhyan, marma therapy, acupressure, herbs, and worshipping, awakening the divine in the other body, and perfecting that love in one body to transcend form and not remain bound in this journey from womb to tomb, but taking the opportunity of loving one body so totally that our love for the physicality evaporate into something higher, formless. So in olden days, it was not a one-way street, it was a two-way street, loving prayer and meditation. In prayer, we talk, we give, we offer, we surrender. In meditation, we become calm and quiet and we fuse into the object of our love. Now, there's so much fascination and talk about different positions, most satisfying positions. So we can begin with prayer. What could be prayer in love making? You must have wondered if you go to see the old mahals, havelis of royalties, kings, their beds are very high, and you wonder what is the reason. So the lady, the sacred energy is invoked. She is the representation of Devi, of goddess, of Shakti, Ma, Durga, Kali, initiatress into the mysteries of love. So she is on the edge, and the man is standing down. Gravity is working in his favor because a woman is multi-orgasmic, and both can take care of pranayam, of different marma points, and the duration of coition can be expanded as long as required, and the possibility of having a dry orgasm without ejaculation emission, because it takes 8 to 9 months as per Ayurveda, what we eat today, to ultimately become the sexual vital fluids. So when it comes to prayer, what happens is that there is a famous Yabiyam position, or the Shakti is at the lap of Shiva, in the lap of cosmic Shiva energy. All the chakras are aligned. Both hands are behind each other's heart chakra, harmonizing the lower animal qualities and the upper divine qualities. Breath is being exchanged from, if one is exhaling from one nostril, another one is exhaling from that nostril. Different dimensions of pranayama, healing at DNA level will occur, and both will go in trance in other dimensions, which is much more precious than any drug, any party drug, any psychedelic, any drink can offer. So, just to give you a glimpse, an idea that yoga is all encompassing. Yoga is union. We begin uniting, first purifying our heart by uniting our thought, word, and action to remove dissonance in our energy fields. Then we purify our heart space, purify intake through five senses, and take this journey from loving one totally to uniting with the source. A few quick tips before I request for your questions. Quick tips: check your energetics now or later. Your head should be cool and feet should be warm. It means the energy is flowing down. Your root chakra is still better performing its duty. Your genitals are in good shape. In yoga, we have different shat kriyas to detox all our orifices and take care hygiene of our lower organs and lower chakras. Also check your navel, which is the alignment between your physical body and energy body. So sometimes you empty stomach, you can lie down on your back and press with your right thumb on your navel. If there is pulse only under belly button, it means your physical body is in alignment with your energy body, and you will have more satisfaction in your sexual relationship. Keep your vibrations high by letting sex be not a compulsion out of lust or because the energy level is rising up and you are not comfortable with that, but let it be an expression of overflowing heart space. Let your heart be filled with love, compassion, gratitude, above all, gratefulness for this precious human body to experience love in its different facets, share it with others in different relationships, duties in our society, in the world. and ultimately, before we become too weak and old, have courage to become one with the formless in deep state of meditation, described variously in different dimensions of samadhi. So, right now we are living in very interesting times. Both the energies are in upswing, more the energies of pure divine love and light, healing nature, healing earth. With all these inputs, with all these our ancient traditions, we can help heal the five elements within us, and they are energetically, vibrationally connected with nature around us. We'll be able to attract more fulfilling, more uplifting relations, opportunities, prosperities, abundance, fulfillments in our life. Miracles will happen. This is the power of one. We can unleash, we can manifest with more and more striving to purify our heart space, Hridayakash, and accessing higher and higher dimensions of love energy and becoming a master of our destiny. So, with this, I put a full stop. It's an ocean, and I'm happy to share a drop from this ocean, vast ocean of primordial pure love, the first thought out of which the world in duality began. If you have any question, please feel free to ask. If Dr. Pradyum thinks we have few minutes left, and once again, I offer my gratitude to Dr. Pradyum and team for this wonderful opportunity of sharing my heart with all of you. Thank you. Namaskar.
Thank you so much, sir. It was pleasure listening to you on this much tabooed topic, I would say. It was evident in the fact that so many people dropped off as soon as they heard this topic. But nevertheless, for those of them who stayed back, might have got a little essence of what true sexuality, anyways, is. And it is not born out of compulsiveness or lust, it is born out of a sacred love uh, for the real communion.